Hey guys, okay, today we're gonna do a couple things. This is gonna be a long video, but a short video. You can skip through it, but I think there's a lot of good information here. We're gonna go right from race cables, which apply to many different brands of cables, not just ours. Transmission, we have already done a couple of things like the transmission that we're using here. It has our bracket on it already to accept our race cables. It's something that we did years ago. The transmission has been fitted with D10 springs. We service the selector, our selector springs. We've also taken the selector apart, gone through it to make it nice and tight. So we're working with like a really low mileage transmission so we can kind of show you how an OEM transmission works in relationship to your shifter movements that you'll have. Some people think that there's like, you should have no play in your tranny. They're wrong. You always have a little bit of a tranny play, so we're gonna go through that also. Okay, so first we're just gonna go through a basic unboxing of our cables. What you should get, if you have them already, just skip the video. If you have someone else's cables, then you can salivate over ours. That's trans bracket, which is on top of our transmission already. Here's the cables here, nicely wrapped. So our cables, one thing about them, they are made by an OE supplier. So they do make OEM Honda cables also. We're pretty proud that we don't go to China for our cables. Okay, so we're gonna take these out. So there's our cables. One thing that we're very unique with our cables, design we did at the beginning when we came out with them, is that we don't use the standard clips, but we do allow you to use the standard clips. So if you lose that, damage it, cross-thread it or whatever, you can use the OEM clip. What you do get in the kit when you get our race cables is you get our trans bracket, which I've shown you on the transmission there. It does have two settings on it, as you see there. A race setting, which we have it hooked up because they're race cables. If you wanted to use this bracket on its own with a set of OE cables or a set of our street cables, which we also have, there's the difference. You just have to move the two forward. We had to do that to accommodate for space in the cable to make this all work, to be able to give you a heavy duty cable. I can honestly say we probably have the strongest cable on the market. This is over 1,000 pounds that you could pull something with it. An OEM cable is just over 300 pounds. So there's a bit of a difference. So if you're an animal and you want to destroy your transmission, your shifter and everything, this is a cable that'll do it. So with our bracket comes all the hardware, all the clips if you need them, provisions for like a Z3 tranny, that's a little different, and your hardware and of course your spacers that you will use in different applications. We use Delrin ball in the inside of ours. Most of our parts, even our shifters, we try to use Delrin as much as possible. Again, they'll have probably a thou or 2 thou clearance in them. You make them tight, they get a little bit of dirt in them, they'll get stuck. So you have to leave a little bit of play in them. Same with this side, on the connection side of the shifter up top. So when you look at it, it does move a lot around. So what we did is we put a pivot. That is exactly the same as OE. We just followed OE. Again, it's a Delrin bushing. It's an insert that gets threaded in. If you ever damage it, you can get a new one. We're not going to do this in the car because it is easier to do it this way. You'll need a 19 mil. That's for these here. You'll need, if we're talking metric, an 11. That's basically on the shifter. And if you purchase a shifter from us, you would get a set of Allen keys that we provide in the shifter kit. Okay, so we're gonna go over a couple things. The side bracket, which will basically pick your side to side. That's it there on the side. This is it right here, okay? Everybody always talks about, oh, it's super tight, mine's tight. It's not, they're never 100% tight, and I'll show you why. This is OE, we've gone through it. We've pretty much, looked for any problems. It's perfect. So that's like minimal pressure that I'm moving this with my hand. You see the play there, okay? If you go to the forward back, it's generally not as much, which this is you're picking your first, second gear right here. It's got a little bit of play, but it's not a lot. Okay, so we're gonna pull this boot back so you can see the movement in here. There's your movement there. You have to have play in here, right? It's just the nature of it, how it works, right? Like if you were to try to make it any tighter, you'd have to put a bearing in there of some sort, which means you're modifying your whole arm to make it work. And how this works is it pivots back and forth there. So it makes it a little trickier. And then what'll happen, vibration in your motor, this will wear out more and more. You'll get more and more play with it. You can, if you're handy and you do have a lot of play, you can take this right out. I showed it in one of our videos. You can add some weld to it, grind it down and make it really, really snug. But that's more of a precise drag race part. Anyways, we put the boot back on. And that's why that's there, because it protects it, because there is a little bit of grease in there also. Now we are going to do cable installation. We're going to give you a basic cable install. Again, I'm just gonna go snug on these for now. And this is a 19mm that would tighten that guy up. The OE design is, they use a bracket like that, which does still also work. You pound it down, right? And it would lock it in place. They're a pain to get out, a real pain, especially if you're in a hurry. Whereas this here, when you're talking with these, just snug them up. 19mm wrench if you wanted to tighten it up, nice and thin. Stainless steel, 303. I believe it's 6061 aluminum that we use for the nut. So front back cables, you'll notice they're quite different. This one's, let's call it a fat cable end, whereas this one's a little thinner. Big end on the tranny. So I like to put it on the transmission first, because if I need extra space, I can just pull, and I try not to use the cable, pull on this here to install it right back in like that. Now I can line it up. Again, we're using our provided nuts to lock it into place. And there you go, it's tight. So it lines up, put our pin in there, everything is locked into place. So here you go, here's all your movement back and forth. And again, here's that little bit of play that you still get no matter whether the cable's there or not. Got nothing to do with your shifter. That's how it works. A couple things we got to go over on our particular shifter. I don't think anybody else does this. I'm going to actually take this off completely, and I'm going to show you what we have. See the locking tooth right there? What it does, and I'll show you here on this side, is it follows it in that groove right there. So what it does is it keeps it, if it comes loose at all, it doesn't want to swing this way or that way. But on our shifter there, we have 3 locations. This is what changes your short shift. So stock location on the bottom, and then as you get higher, it changes your shift. So OE RSX design, we've just made everything a lot stronger for it. So I'm going to put the bolt back in, right, the bottom bolt, right, just snug, and I'm going to pick my location. I'm going to go to a short shift on this here. So we have it on our short shift, which you'll notice on the one side when I show you. You flip it over, you see how it's gone over to that side there. So we're just going to snug that guy up. Your car does have a lot of vibration. I recommend, when you're happy with your setting, Loctiting both of these in blue Loctite so you don't damage any of them. Okay, so we've already removed our screw that goes in here. That's where your cable end goes inside. We've decided we're going to go to a short shift, so we're all the way at the top. So let's get our cable. Let's get that ready, which is this one here. Pull our end off. Nice clean look, especially when you're on the billet. That was the thing that we didn't like with using the OEM clips, is that if you do this, the look is just so much nicer. This is our first cable. If you notice on a little bit of an angle, they're always going to be a little bit of an angle. Sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's like that. It's not the end of the world, but I'm going to show you how to fix that. So let's install this first. So we're going to put this in. Just be very gentle. You should be able to do this by hand to get through the hole first. You don't want to damage that bushing. Again, use our handy toolkit. If you want to use your own tools, you can. I would too, but we're using our shifter, so this is something you put in your glove box to help you. Okay, so here is the trick that I'm going to show you now. So what I'm doing is I'm using an 11mm, again, wrench. We're going to crack this loose here. So what you can do is, if this was on an angle, you could just set it up nice and snug, tighten it back up, right? What I tend to do is, because I'm going to turn it this way, I overshoot this way, then I tighten it up again like that. Puts me right in the middle. So if you did have an issue, it's creating a drag, you can adjust them. Now we're going to do the side shift. So on the side shift now, so I'm just going to start it so we don't lose it. Okay, now we're going to see how it's a little bit of out of adjustment on this one. We're going to fix that after. So now you would take this, we can bend it, it's not a problem. Okay, so there's some strain on here, so all we're going to do is just going to release it. There's no strain on the cable, everything's nice and perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to crack it tight. Now that cable's perfectly straight. Again, this is 11mm, and it's a nylock nut, so you have to use a wrench on it, but you don't have to go very tight with it because it won't rattle loose because it has nylon on the nut. Done. Everything's together. You saw our shifter is very tight before we put it together. We've clamped it down to the table so that we can move around with it. I'm going to show you now the play on the tranny. So if you see my side to side on the tranny here, okay, so then you'll see here with my hands here, I'm just lightly going like this. You'll see side play. You'll think it's a shifter, but now you can see it's not the shifter, it's the actual tranny. No play at all, but I am preloading. So you'll see the play there on the side, and that is the play in the transmission. But that's the stock, that's in the transmission. Same with the front. You're gonna get a little bit of this in the front, that's the same thing. Right? You always have a little bit of play in your bushing. Again, you have to have it because it's spherical in there. And just like OE, but you're going to get a little bit of play before it engages. But you see the play that's there, right there in the transmission. That's not the shifter, that is the transmission, and that is normal. But as the transmission gets older, it's going to get even more movement in it. And this is where we'll show you how to adjust the cable, because we do get some customers that have decided that they had a problem. They want to take their cables apart. Just going to crack this loose again, 11 mil. Very important here, you want to be in neutral. So on the transmission, you want to, and how you know you're neutral, there's your forward, there's your back, that is your neutral, okay? Just give her a little wiggle, make sure it's down the middle. So if I were to take this from its stock location, just spin it off around, take it right off completely, it doesn't matter. If I go to install this, so if you come and look at it from this angle here, so if I go to install this, and I've played with it now, it's clearly not in the right spot, and I go to line it up here, you can see that it's changed now. So it's no longer straight. Straight being just by an eye would be right there. Well, the eyelet's not gonna bolt up in there at all. So this is where your adjustment comes. So transmission again is good. You set it neutral. This is where you would start playing with it. So what you wanna do is you wanna play with this in and out till you get it. So spin it one more time, till you get it right down the middle, and you just keep checking it till looks like it needs a little more, probably one full turn. Straighten that ball, get it in there. I think we're pretty close there. You can use a square from here to make sure it's straight. Or you know what, if you're not as comfortable in your car and you want it farther back or a little farther forward, you can change that whichever way you want. But once you've gotten in the middle to where you're perfectly centered, that is your neutral position. And then we're good to go on that bushing. We're gonna show you the same on the transmission side. Okay, so we're gonna take our shifter cable out of place, right? Just gonna kick it to the side. So we are going to crack this loose, right? So we're gonna do something we don't recommend you do, but I'm gonna show you how you set up your cables. Okay, so you're trying to achieve is, let's pretend that this is our end on our training where our cable end goes on. Again, it's a different cable end, but it's a rough idea to show you. It should be able to line up 100% perfect. You don't wanna push it, pull it back or whatever, you gotta line it up 100%. But what you wanna do is when you put it in your neutral position, you don't want it to be here and you're pulling the cable like I can get it on. Now it's preloaded. So what you want to do is you want to loosen your jam nut, you want to spin it around so you can get it so it goes in perfect. So you're not trying to pull it over, push it in. That's the whole idea of that not having any preload. So what you want to do is, it's all about movement. Full shift, you should be able to put this in, no problem. Okay, so what I try to do is I try to overshift, means I need to put it into its spot, I need to push it back. That way I'm never over stretching the cable. It fits, no problem. Another thing we do, go back to neutral, which we know it's gonna work. Let's go into this would be our second gear, and make sure that we don't have a problem going inside, which we don't. See, I've had to pull it back to install it, so we know it's good. So at that point, it's good both ways. We would just snug the 11 mil back up, and that cable is good. You have proper movement. This also works for the side cable. Same thing, if we were to do this is a little harder because of the angle here, but I'll try to do the best I can. This one is still hooked up also, which is fine, but I'll show you can do it while it's hooked up on the transmission. I've done this many times. So let's get it into neutral. Neutral is always best because this only wants to move while it's in neutral. If it's in gear, it doesn't want to move as nice. Move that out of the way. Okay, so let's disconnect this. So this is a little harder to do to gauge where you would be, but let's pull it here. So let me do this. I'm gonna hook this guy back in a little bit so I don't lose him. Again, this is harder because of that end. So if you were to go full down, you could see I can no problem engage that. So if you push it down, this would be picking on the side shift of your transmission, your 1-2 shift, right? So you go, that's your gate right there, right? So let's make sure that we have no problem going in there. We do, right? Okay, now let's go all the way up. Now this is gonna be reverse, which is always the stiffer one. And we wanna check if we have enough movement. See, we have more than enough movement there. So technically, if you wanted to, if this is out of whack, we could put this back on. Unfortunately, I'm gonna pull this out like this. Put this in to lock it. You can put a wrench on here also to hold it, but there's usually not a lot of pressure on them. It's just a jam nut. So we're gonna take this off and let's just, okay, so it's tight, half turn, full turn, another turn. Let's do one more, okay? So you can see I've moved that distance there. Just snug it up so it doesn't move on me. I'm gonna put it as if it was installed. Let's go back into our gate. See how I have more room there now? And if I go all the way, let's go to reverse gear. So it's reverse gear, and see, I still have room. So it's kind of like my 50-50, but you saw how much of the thread I moved over there. So as the cable gets worn out, you want to actually pull that in a little bit, either on this side or the shifter side. So that's how that works there. Okay, so I'm going to give you an idea of it being out of whack. So I'm just going to stick this guy in here. Again, the only way to install them is this way here. So usually back them out, install it there. Let's go here. And again, these should be out of whack by quite a bit. If I were to give you a thickness, I would say like 3/4 in actual quarters in money, thickness difference. Because I believe it was there. That's about 2/4 thickness that we're out of whack. So that means that our side arm now, not in the right spot, which it's not. It's actually preloaded right now. But I could, if I wanted to, undo this and correct it on this side. No issue. Again, this is removing this bolt that's here, lifting it up, spinning it till it falls into its natural hole position. So you see how you can be out of whack, but you just have to make sure that you can go through the motion of the cable. This being one, your 1-2 gate. This being your, when it goes to neutral, which it sits right in the middle, that is naturally your 3-4 gate. And then if you push just a little bit, which is your 5th, 6th gear gate, and then the pressure all the way here. You hear the transmission trying to do a little more. That's your reverse gate. You can't hear it because we don't have it hooked up right now, but that's just to show you why all this is important, that it's lined up 100%. So if your cables are out of whack, that's how you fix it. It should kind of explain it to you in a dumbed down way to figure out whether you have a cable problem, shifter problem, transmission problem.